The European Commission is the body responsible for applying the competition procedures in Europe. So large mergers are notified to the European Commission, they have to be, and the European Commission then goes through a process of investigation and if it thinks it's the right thing to do, challenges the merger, objects to it. There is then a possibility for the defendant company to send in a written defense and attend a hearing, and then the European Commission takes a decision, which can be to approve a merger or to prohibit it, subject finally only to appeal to the European Court. Essentially, they are designed to make sure that the European market is not unduly dominated by any particular company. So the European Commission carries out a very detailed investigation, market by market, to look at which companies have power in individual markets, and if that power is considered to be one called technically a dominant position, then one would expect the merger to be prohibited. A company in that position will want to have the best possible legal arguments, the best possible economic arguments, and will want communications advice on how best to tell the story about what it's doing and why it's doing it. And all of those three professional criteria come into play. You need to understand the legal rules, you need to present the economic argument about how the markets you operate in really function, and you need to find the best way to explain that to people, including, of course, within the companies, in your markets, to your employees and all your stakeholders. The United Kingdom leaving the European Union will change both the United Kingdom and the European Union. In merger terms, the threshold for determining which cases are dealt with in Brussels under the European merger regulation depends on the turnover of the companies within the European Union. Therefore, you would take out the UK turnover. But essentially, large corporate mergers will almost inevitably meet the turnover thresholds inside the European Union if the companies are multinational in any way, whether they're British or not. So British companies and companies around the world will continue to have to take the merger regulation and the European Commission, therefore, very seriously.